for being here tonight. The cast and crew is very excited to show you what we've put together. We've been working tirelessly for the last 4 months to throw this together for you, and I think you'll really enjoy it. A couple of things first. Well, first order of business on the program. In my haste to make it, I forgot to mention a few people. So I'd like to thank Jade Campodonico for designing our sets. As well as the following people who helped her out: Ann Galmish, Cecilia Langley, Colleen Kelly, Christina Klein, Hannah Lopez, and Maddie Britton. Now in the play you're about to see, there are a couple things being contrasted. So there's a couple themes that I want to invite you to think about as you watch the play. The first theme is that of the old law and the new law. Throughout this, you'll see kind of contrasting the Jew and the Christians. And I want you to kind of think about, as you're watching it, how one personifies the old law and one personifies the new. Another theme is the difference between the role of Belmont, which is where Portia lives, and the role of Venice, where everyone else comes from. And really think about what is worthy. There are different measures of worth in the play, and I think you'll see a big contrast between what's worthwhile in Belmont and what's worthwhile in Venice. So now, before we begin, I'd like to begin as we begin all things in prayer. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. All glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit. As it was in the beginning, is now, and shall be, world without end. Amen. Saint Genesius, pray for us. Saint John Paul II, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. And now, without further ado, I give you William Shakespeare's The Merchant of Venice.
Truth, I know not why I'm sad. It wearies me. You say it wearies you. Yet, the stuff it is made of, where it is born, how I caught it, found it, came by it, I am to learn. Such want-wit sadness makes me much ado to know even myself.
Your mind is tossing on the ocean. There, where your argosies with purple sails, like signors or rich burghers on the flood, do overpeer the petty traffickers that curtsy to them, do them reverence, as they fly by them with their woven wings.
Believe me, sir, had I such ventured forth, the better part of my affections would be with my hopes abroad. I should still be plucking the grass to know where sits the wind, peering at maps for ports and piers and roads. At any object that would make me fear misfortune to my ventures, out of doubt would make me sad.
My wind, cooling my broth, would blow me to an ague whenever I thought what harm a wind too great might do upon the sea. I should not see a sandy hourglass turn, but I should think me of shallows and of flats, and see my wealthy Andrew docked in sand, veiling her high top lower than her ribs to kiss her burial. Shall I go to church and see the holy edifice of stone, and not bethink me straight of dangerous rocks, which, touching but my gentle vessel's side, will scatter all my spices on the stream, and robe the roaring waters in my silks. And now, but even now were this, and now worth nothing. Shall I have the thought to think on this, and shall I lack the thought that such a thing perchance would make me sad? But tell not me. I know Antonio is sad to think upon his merchandise.
Believe me, no. My ventures are not all in one bottom trusted, nor to one place, nor even is the whole of my estate invested upon this year's fortunes. Therefore, my merchandise makes me not sad.
Why then, you are in love.
Fie.
Not in love neither. Then let us say you're sad, because you are not merry. And for it is easy for you to laugh and leap and say you are merry because you are not sad. Now, by two-headed Janus, nature hath made strange fellows in her time, some that will evermore peep through their eyes and laugh like parrots at a bagpipe, and other of such vinegar aspect that they'll not show their teeth in way of smile, though Nestor swear the jest be laughable. Here comes Bassanio, your most noble kinsman, Graziano, and Lorenzo. Very well, we leave you now with better company.
I would have stayed till I had made you merry, if worthier friends had not prevented me.
Your worth is very dear in my regard. I trust some personal business calls you, and you embrace the occasion to depart.
Good morrow, my good lords.
Good signors both, when shall we laugh? Say when. You grow exceeded strange. Must it be so?
We'll make our leisures to attend on yours.
My lord Bassanio, since you have found Antonio, we too will leave you. But at dinner time, I pray you have in mind where we must meet. I will not fail you.
You look not well, Signor Antonio. You have too much care upon the world. They do lose it, that you buy with much care. Believe me, you are marvelously changed.
Dear Graziano, I hold the world as but the world. Everyone has a part to play, and mine's a sad one.
Let me play the fool! With mirth and laughter let old wrinkles come, and let my liver rather hit with wine than my heart cool with mortifying groans. Why should a man, whose blood is warm within, sit like his grandson, cut in alabaster, sleep when he wakes, and creep into jaundice by being peevish?
Graziano!
I tell thee what, Antonio, I love thee, and 'tis my lord that speaks. There are a sort of men whose visages do cream and mantle like a standing pond, and to willful stillness entertain, to be just with an opinion of wisdom, gravity, profound conceit, as who should I say, I am so horrible, and when I open my lips, let no dog bark. I do know of these, Antonio, that are therefore only reputed wise, for saying nothing, when I am very sure, if they should open their lips, would almost damn those, upon hearing them, would call their brothers fools. I'll tell thee more of this another time, but fish not with this melancholy bait, for this fool gutting this opinion. Come, good Lorenzo. Very well, I shall end my exhortation after dinner.
Well, we will leave you then till dinner time. I must be one of these same dumb wise men, for Graziano never lets me speak.
Well, keep me with you but 2 years more. Thou shalt not know the sound of thine own tongue.
Fare thee well, I'll be a talker for this year.
Thanks, in faith, for silence is only commendable, and a neat's tongue dry, and a maid not vendable.
Is that anything now?
Graziano speaks an infinite deal of nothing. His reasons are as 2 grains of wheat in 2 bushels of chaff. You shall search all day ere you find them, and once you have them, they are not worth the search.
Well, tell me now, that lady of the same to whom you swore a secret pilgrimage, of which today you promised to tell me of.
'Tis not unknown to you, Antonio, how much I have disabled mine estate, by showing something a more swelling port than my faint means can grant continuance. Nor do I now make moan to be abridged of such a noble rate. But my chief care is to come fairly off from the great debts, wherein my time, something too prodigal, hath left me gauged. To you, Antonio, I owe the most, in money and in love. And from this love I have a warranty to unburden all my plots and purposes, how to get free of all the debts I owe.
But say it, and if it stand as you yourself still do, within the eye of honor, My purse and my extremest needs lie unlocked to your occasions.
In my school days, when I had lost one shaft, I shot his fellow of the self-same flight, the self-same way, with more advised watch to find the other fourth, and by adventuring both, I oft found both. I urge this childhood proof, because what follows is pure innocence. I owe you much, and like a willful youth, that which I owe is lost. But if you please to shoot another arrow the same way which you did shoot the first, I make no doubt that I will watch the aim, or to find both, or bring your latter hazard back again, and thankfully rest, debtor for the first.
Sanio, you know me well. You can spend my time to win about my love with circumstance? Out of doubt now, you do me more wrong than if you'd squandered all I have. Therefore, but say that which in your knowledge by me may be done, and I am bound to it. Therefore, but speak.
In Belmont is a lady, richly left, and she is fair, and fairer than that word of wondrous virtues. Sometimes from her eyes I did receive fair, speechless messages. Her name is Portia. Nothing undervalued to Cato's daughter, Brutus's Portia. Nor is the wide world ignorant of her worth, for the four winds blow in from every coast renowned suitors, and her sunny locks, which hang upon her temples like a golden fleece, do make her seat of Belmont coldest and scant, and many Jasons come in quest of her. O my Antonio, had I but the means to hold a rival place with one of them, I have a mind presages me such thrift that I would questions be fortunate.
You know that all my fortunes are at sea. I have neither the money nor the commodity to raise such a present sum. Therefore, go, see what my credit in Venice may do. That shall be racked even to the uttermost, to furnish thee to Belmont, the fair Portia. Go presently inquire, and so will I, where money is, and no question make of it, to have it of my trust, or for my sake.
So is the will of a living daughter curbed by the will of a dead father. Is it not hard, Marissa, that I cannot choose one, nor refuse none?
Your father was ever virtuous, and holy men have at their deaths good inspirations. Therefore, the lottery he hath devised in these 3 caskets of gold, silver, and lead, whereof he who chooses his meaning chooses you, will no doubt never be chosen by any rightly, but one whom you may rightly love. But what warmth is there in your affections towards any of these princely suitors that have now come?
I pray thee, overname them, and as thou namest them, I will describe them, and according to my description, level at my affection.
First, there is the Neapolitan prince.
Aye, there's a cult indeed, for he doth nothing but talk of his horse.
can shoe him himself. I am much afeard that my lady his mother played false with a smith.
Then, there's the Count Palatine.
He does nothing but frown, as one who should say, and you will not have me choose. He has merry tales and smiles not. I fear he will prove the weeping philosopher when he grows old, being so full of unmanly sadness in his youth. I had rather be married to a death's head with a bone in his mouth than to either of these. God defend me from these two.
What think you then of the French lord, Monsieur Le Bon?
God made him. And therefore, let him pass for a man. In truth, I know it is a sin to be a mocker, but why, he hath a better horse than a Neapolitan, a better bad habit of frowning than the Count Palatine. He is every man in no man. If a throstle sing, he falls straight to carpery. He would fence with his own shadow. If I should marry him, I should marry 20 husbands. If he despise me, I would forgive him. For if he love me to madness, I will never requite him.
What think you then of Falconbridge, the young Baron of England?
You know I say nothing to him, for he understands not me nor I him. He hath neither Latin, French, nor Italian, and you will come into court and swear that I have a poor pennyworth of the English. He's a proper man's picture. But alas, who can converse with a dumb show? How oddly he is suited. I think he bought his doublet in Italy, his round hose in France, his bonnet in Germany, and his behavior everywhere.
Then, there's the Scottish lad, his neighbour.
I think he hath a neighborly charity in him, for he borrowed a box of the air of the Englishman, and swore he would pay him back again when he was able. I think the Frenchman became his surety and sealed under for another.
Then, there's the young German, the Duke of Saxony's nephew. How like you him?
Very vilely in the morning when he is sober, and most vilely in the afternoon when he is drunk. When he is best, he is little worse than a man, and when he is worst, he is little better than a beast. And the worst fall that ever I fell, I hope I shall make shift to go without him.
If he should offer to choose, and choose the right casket, you should refuse to perform your father's will if you refuse to accept him.
Therefore fare the worst, I pray thee. Set a deep glass of Rhenish wine on the contrary casket. For if the devil be within and that temptation without, I know who will choose it. I will do anything, Larissa, ere I will be married to a sponge.
You need not fear, lady, the having of any of these lords. They have acquainted me with their intentions, which is to return home and trouble you with no more suit, unless you may be won by some other sort than your father's imposition on the caskets.
If I live to be as old as Sibylla, I will die as chaste as Diana, unless I am obtained in the manner of my father's will. I am glad this parcel of wooers is so reasonable, for there is not one among them but I dote upon his very absence. And I pray God grant him a fair departure.
Do you recall, lady, in your father's time, a Venetian, a scholar and a soldier, who came in the company of the Marquess of Montferrat?
Yes, yes. His name was Bassanio, and so I think he was called.
Indeed, he, of all that ever my foolish eyes did see, was the most deserving of fair lady.
I remember him well, and I remember him worthy of thy praise. How now, what news?
There are four servants, masters, madam, that seek their leave. And there is a forerunner come from the fifth, the Prince of Morocco, who comes to announce that his master, the prince, comes tonight.
If I can bid the fifth welcome with so good heart as I can bid the other four farewell, I should be glad of his approach. If he have the condition of a saint and the complexion of a devil, I should rather he shrine me than wive me. Come, Nerissa. While we shut the gate on one wooer, another knocks at the door.
3,000 ducats. Well, I served for 3 months. For 3 months. Well, for the which, as I told you, Antonio shall become back. Antonio shall become back. Well, may you stead me? Will you pleasure me? Shall I know your answer? Antonio is a good man. Have you heard any imputation to the contrary? Oh, no. My meaning in saying he is a good man is to have you understand me that he is sufficient. Yet, his means are in supposition. He hath an argosy bound for Tripoli, another for the Indies. Moreover, upon the Rialto, he hath a third at Mexico, a fourth for England, and other ventures he hath squandered abroad. But ships are but boards, sailors but men. There be land rats and water thieves and land thieves. I mean pirates. And then there is the peril of waters, winds, and rocks. The man is, notwithstanding, sufficient. 3,000 ducats. I think I may take his bond. Be assured you may. I will be assured I may. And that I may be assured, I will bethink me. May I speak with Antonio? Yes, if it please you to dine with us. Yes, to smell pork. To eat of the habitation which your prophet the Nazarite conjured the devil into. I will buy with you, sell with you, talk with you, walk with you, and so forth. But I will not eat with you, drink with you, nor pray with you. What news on the Rialto? Who is he comes here? Oh, why, this is Signor Antonio. How like a fawning publican he looks. I hate him. For he is a Christian, but more for that in low simplicity, he lends out money gratis and brings down the rate of usance here with us in Venice. If I can catch him once upon the hip, I will feed fat the ancient grudge I bear him. He hates our sacred nation, and he rails, even there where merchants most do congregate, on me, my bargains, and my well-won thrift, which he calls interest. Cursed be my tribe if I forgive him. Shylock, do you hear? I am debating of my present store, and by the near guess of my memory, I cannot instantly raise the full gross of 3,000 ducats. What of that? Tubal, a wealthy Hebrew of my tribe, will furnish me. But, soft, how many months did you desire? Oh! Rest you fair, good signor. Your worship was the last man in our mouths.
Shylock, albeit you never borrow nor lend by giving or taking of excess. Yet to supply the right wants of my friend, I'll break a custom. Is he yet possessed how much you would have of it?
Aye, 3,000 ducats.
And for 3 months.
For 3 months. I forgot you told me so. Now then, your bond. And let me but hear you. Methought you said you neither lend nor borrow upon advantage.
I do never take part in it.
When Jacob grazed his uncle Laban's sheep, this Jacob was, from our holy Abram, as his wise mother wrought in his behalf. The third
And
was
what? Did he take interest too?
No. Not take interest. Not as you would say, directly interest. Mark what Jacob did. When Laban and himself were compromised, that all the Englies, which were streaked in pie, should fall as Jacob's hire. The ewes, being rank, in the end of autumn turned into the rams. And when the work of generation was between these woolly breeders in the act, the skillful shepherd pilled me certain wands. And in the doing of the deed of kind, he stuck them up before the fulsome ewes, who, then conceiving, did in evening time fall party-colored lambs. And these were Jacob's. This was a way to thrive, and he was blessed. And thrift is blessing, if men steal it not.
This was a venture that Jacob served for. Not something within his power to make come to pass, but crafted and shaped by the hand of heaven. What? Was this put in to make usance good, or is your gold and silver ewes and rams?
I cannot tell. I make them breed as fast. But
This, the devil can cite scripture for his purposes. An evil soul producing holy witness. It's like a villain with a smiling cheek. A goodly apple rotten at the heart. Oh, what a goodly outside falsehood.
3,000 ducats. Tis a good round sum. 3 months from 12. Let me see the rate.
Well, Shylock, shall we be beholden to you?
Signor Antonio, many a time and oft, you did rate me on the Rialto for my moneys and my usances. Still, have I borne it with a patient shrug, for sufferance is the badge of all our tribe. You call me misbeliever, cutthroat dog, and did spit upon my Jewish gabardine, and all for use of that which is mine own. Go to now. You come to me, and you say, Shylock, we would have monies. You say so. You that did void your room upon my beard, and foot me as you would spurn a stranger cur over your threshold. Monies is your suit? What should I say to you? Should I not say, hath a dog money? Is it possible? A cur can lend 3,000 ducats? Or shall I bend low, and in a bondman's key, with bated breath,
and whispering humbleness, say this. Fair sir, you spent on me Wednesday last. You spurned me such a day. Another time, you called me dog. And for these courtesies, I'll lend you thus much money.
I am as right to call thee so again, to spect on me, to spurn thee too. Therefore, if thou dost lend this money, lend it not as to thy friend, for who would take a breed or bare metal of a friend, but lend it as to thine enemy, who if break his promise, thou can with better face exact the penalty.
Why? Look you how you storm. I would be friends with you and have your love. Forget the shames that you have stained me with. Supply your present wants and take no doit of usance for my monies. And you'll not hear me? This is kind I offer.
This were kindness.
And this kindness will I show. Go with me to a notary. Seal me there your single bond, and in a merry sport, if you repay me not on such a day, such a place, such sum or sums as are expressed in the condition, let the forfeiture be nominated for an equal pound of your fair flesh, to be cut off and taken in whatever part of your body pleaseth me.
Ten. Faith, I'll seal to such a bond.
You shall not seal to such a bond for me. I'd rather dwell in my necessity.
Fear not, man. In these 2 months, that's a month before this bond expires, I expect 3 times thrice the value of this bond.
Oh, Father Abram, what these Christians are, whose own hard dealings teaches them to suspect the thoughts of others. Pray you, tell me this. If he should break his bond, what should I gain by the exaction of the forfeiture? A pound of man's flesh, taken from a man, is not so estimable, profitable neither, as the flesh of muttons, beefs, or goats. I say, to buy his favor, I extend this friendship. If you will take it, so. If you will not, adieu. And for my love, I pray you wrong me not.
I will sign to this venture.
Then meet me forthwith at the notary. Give him direction for this married bond, and I will go and purse the ducat straight. See to my house, left in the fearful guard of an unthrifty knave. And presently, I'll be with you.
Hide it, gentle Jew. Jew grows kind. You'll be a Christian soon.
I like not fair terms and a villain's mind.
Fear not, man. In this there can be no dismay. My ships come home a month before the day.
Dislike me not for my complexion. The shadowed livery of the burnished sun, to whom I am a neighbor near bred. Bring me the fairest creature northward born, where Phoebe's fire scares, thaws the icicles, and let us make incision, your love. Prove whose blood is reddest, his or mine. I tell thee, lady, this aspect of mine hath feared the valiant, and by my love I swear, the best regarded virgins of our clime have loved it too. I would not change this hue, except to steal your thoughts, my gentle queen.
In terms of choice, I am not solely led by nice direction of the maid desire. The lottery of my destiny bars me the right of voluntary choosing. But if my father had not scanted me, and hedged me by his wit, to yield myself his wife, who wins me by that means I told you, yourself, renowned place, then stood as fair as any comer I have yet looked on for my affection.
And even for that, I thank you. Therefore I pray you, lead me to the caskets to try my fortune. By this scimitar that slew Sophie and a Persian prince, that won 3 fields of Sultan Suleiman, I will restare the heart most staring on you, pluck the young sucking cubs from the she-bear, yea, mock the lion when he roars for prey, to win thee, lady. But alas, the while, if Hercules and Lycus play at dice, which is the better man? The greater throw may turn from the weaker hand. And so is outsides beaten by his page. And so may I, blind fortune leading me, miss that which one unworthier may attain and die with grieving.
You must take your chance, and either not attempt to choose at all, or swear before you choose, if you choose wrong, never to speak to lady afterward in way of marriage. Therefore, be advised.
Nor will not. Come, bring me into my chance.
First, forward to the temple. After dinner, you shall make your hazard.
Good fortune, then, to make me blessed or cursed among men.
Certainly. My conscience will serve me to run from this Jew, my master. The fiend is at my elbow, and tempts me, saying to me, Gobbo, Lancelot Gobbo, good Lancelot, or good Gobbo, or good Lancelot Gobbo. Use your legs. Take the start. Run away! My conscience says, no! Take heed, honest Lancelot. Take heed, honest Gobbo. Or as Athel said, honest Lancelot Gobbo. Do not run. Scorn running with thy heels! Well, the most courageous fiend bids me pack. Fie! Says the fiend. Away! Says the fiend. For the heavens grasp up a brave mind. Says the fiend. And run! Well, my conscience, hanging about the neck of my heart, says very wisely to me, my honest friend Lancelot, being an honest man's son, or rather an honest woman's son, or indeed my father did something smack, something grow too. He had a kind of taste. Well, my conscience says, Lancelot, budge not. Budge. Budge not, says my conscience. Conscience, say I. You counsel, well. Fiend, say I. You counsel, well. To be ruled by my conscience, I should stay with the Jew, my master, who, God bless the mark, is a kind of devil. And to run away from the Jew, I should be ruled by the fiend, who, saving your reverence, is the devil himself. Well, certainly the Jew is the very devil incarnation. And in my conscience My conscience is but a kind of hard conscience, to offer to counsel me to stay with the Jew. The fiend gives the more friendly counsel. I will run, fiend. My heels are at your commandment. I will run!
Master young man, I pray, which is the way to Master Jews?
Oh, heavens. This is my true begotten father, who being more than sand blind, high gravel blind, knows me not. I will try confusions with him.
Master young gentleman, I pray you, which is the way to Master Jews?
Turn up on your right hand at the next turning. But at the next turning of all on your left. Marry, at the very next turning, turn of no hand, but turn down indirectly to the Jew's house.
Big God, Santis, twill be a hard read. Can you tell me whether one Mansers that dwell with him or no?
Talk you of young Master Lancelot? Mark me now will I raise the waters. Talk you of young Master Lancelot?
No master, sir, but a poor man's son. His father, though I say it, is an honest, exceeding poor man. And, God be thanked, well to live.
Well, let his father be what he will. We talk of young Master Lancelot.
Your worship's friend and Lancelot, sir.
But I pray you, ergo, old man, ergo, I beseech you, talk you of young Master Lancelot.
Of Lancelot, sir, and please your master.
Ergo, Master Lancelot. Talk not of Master Lancelot, father. For the young gentleman, according to fates and destinies, and such odd sayings, the sisters three, and other such branches of learning, is indeed deceased. Or as you would say in plain terms, gone to heaven.
Married, God forbid! The boy was the very staff of my age, my very God.
Do I look like a cudgel? Or a hollow post? A staff or a prop? Do you know me, father?
Alack, young gentleman, I know you not. But pray me, tell me, is my boy, God rest his soul, alive or dead?
Do you not know me, father?
Sir, I am sand blind, I know you not.
Nay, indeed. If you had your eyes, you might fail the knowing me. It is a wise father that knows his own child. Well, old man, I will tell you news of your son. Give me your blessing. Truth will come to light. Murder cannot be hid long. A man's son may, but in the end, truth will out.
I pray you, sir, stand up. I cannot think you are my son.
Pray you, let's have no more fooling about it, but give me your blessing. I am Lancelot, your boy that was, your son that is, your child that shall be.
I cannot think you are my boy.
I know not what I shall think of that. But I am Lancelot, the Jew's man, and I am sure Marjorie, your wife, is my mother.
Her name is Marjorie, indeed. If thou be Lancelot, thou art mine own flesh and blood. Lord, worship, mighty be. What a beard thou hast put. Thou hast more hair on my head than Robin, my fill horse, has on his tail.
It should seem, then, that Dobbin's tail grows backward. I am sure he had more hair of his tail than I have of my face when I last saw him.
Lord, how thou art changed. How grieve thee and my master. I have brought him a present. How grieve thee now?
Well. But for mine own part, as I have set at my rest to run away, so I will not rest until I have run some ground. My master's a very Jew. Give him a present. Give him a halter. I am famished in his service. You may tell every finger I have with my ribs. Father, I am glad you are come. Give me your present to one Master Bassanio, who even now gives rare new liveries. If I serve not him, I will run as far as God has any ground. Oh, rare fortune! Here comes the man! To him, Father. For I am a Jew! If I serve the Jew any longer...
You may do so, but let it be so hasted that supper be ready at the farthest by 5 o'clock. See, these letters are delivered, set the liveries to making, and desire Graziano to come anon to my lodging.
To him, Father.
God bless her!
Gramercy, wouldst thou aught with me?
Here's my son, a poor boy.
Not a poor boy, sir, but the rich Jew's man. That's good, sir, as my father shall specify.
He hath a great infection, sir, as one would say, to serve.
Indeed. The short of the long is, I serve the Jew, and have a desire, as my father shall specify.
His master and he, saving your worship's reverence, are scarce nature cousins.
To be brief, the very truth is that the Jew, having done me wrong, doth cause me. As my father, I hope, being an old man, shall fruitify unto you.
I brought thee here a dish of ducks, and my suit is.
In very brief, the suit is impertinent to myself. As your worship shall know, by this honest old man, and though I say it, though old man, yet poor man, my own father.
One speak for both. What would you?
Serve you, sir.
That is the very defect of the matter, sir.
I know thee well. Thou hast obtained thy suit. Shylock thy master spoke with thee this day, and hath preferred thee, if it be preferment, to leave a rich Jew's service, to become the follower of so poor a gentleman.
The old proverb is very well parted between my master Shylock and you, sir. You have the grace of God, sir, and he hath enough.
Thou speakst it well. Go, father, with thy son. Inquire my lodging out, and bid the Jew your master farewell. Give him a livery more guarded than his fellows. See it done.
Father, bid. I cannot get to service, no. I have an arrow tongue in my head. Well, if any man in Italy have a fair table which doth offer to swear upon a book, I shall have good fortune go to. Here's a simple line of life. Here's a small trifle of wives. Alas, 15 wives is nothing. 11 widows and 9 maids is a simple coming in for one man. And to escape drowning thrice, and to be in peril of my life with the edge of a feather bed. Here are simple escapes. Well, if fortune be a woman, she's a good wench for this gear. Father, go. I'll take my leave of the Jew in the twinkling.
I pray thee, good Leonardo, think on this. These things being done, and orderly bestowed, return in haste, for I do feast tonight my best esteemed acquaintance. I do go.
My best endeavors shall be done herein.
Where is your master?
Yonder, sir, he walks.
Signor Massaglio!
Graziano,
I have suit you.
you have obtained this.
You must not deny me. I must go with you to Belmont.
Why? Why? Then you must. But hear me, Graziano. Thou art too wild, too rude and bold of voice. Partridge become thee happily enough, and in such eyes as these appear not false. But where thou art not known, why, there they appear something too liberal. Pray thee, take pain to allay with some cold drops of modesty thy skipping spirit, lest I be misconstrued in the place I go to and lose my hopes.
Signor Bassanio! Hear me. If I do not put on a sober hat, talk with respect, and swear but now and then, where preference, in my pocket, look demurely, nay more so what Grace is saying, with mine eyes, thus with my heart. Then sigh and say, Amen. Use all the observances of civility, like one well studied in a sad austere, to please his granddad. Never ask me more.
Well, we shall see, your bearing.
Neighbor, I bar tonight. You shall not judge me by what we do tonight.
That were a pity. I would rather entreat you put on your boldest suit of mirth, for we have friends tonight of purpose merriment. But very well, I have some business.
Oh, and I must see Lorenzo and the rest. But we will visit you at supper time.
I am sorry thou wilt leave my father so. Our house is hell, and thou, a merry devil, didst rob it of some taste of tediousness. But fare thee well. Here is a ducat for thee. And, Lancelot, soon at supper shalt thou see Lorenzo, who is thy new master's guest. Give him this letter. Do it secretly, and so farewell. I will not have my father see me and talk with thee.
Adieu. Tears exhibit my tongue, most beautiful pagan, most sweet Jew. If a Christian do not play the knave and get the inn, I am much deceived. But, adieu. These foolish drops do something drown my manly spirit. But to a Jew, adieu.
Alack, what heinous sin is it in me to be ashamed to be my father's child? But though I am a daughter to his blood, I am not to his manners. Oh, Lorenzo, if thou keep promise, I shall end this strife, become a Christian, and thy loving wife.
Nay, we shall slink away in supper time, disguise us at my lodging, and return, all in an hour.
We have not made good preparation.
We have not spoke as yet of torchbearers.
'Tis vile unless it may be quaintly ordered, and better in my mind not undertook.
'Tis but 4 o'clock. We have 2 hours left to furnish us. Friend Lancelot, what's the news? It shall please you to break of this. It shall seem to signify. I know the hand. In faith, 'tis a fair hand. And whiter than the paper it writ on is the fair hand that writ.
Love news, in faith.
By your leave, sir. Whither goes thou? Marry, sir, to bid my old master, the Jew, to sup tonight with my new master, the Christian. Hold him. Take this. Tell gentle Jessica I will not fail her. Speak it privately. Go, gentlemen. Will you prepare you for this mass tonight? I am provided of a torchbearer.
Aye, marry, I'll be gone about this straight, and so will I.
Meet me in Graziano at Graziano's lodging some hour hence.
'Tis good, we do so.
Was not that letter from fair Jessica?
I must needs tell thee all. She hath directed how I am to take her from her father's house, what gold and jewels she is furnished with, what page's suit she hath in readiness. If e'er the Jew her father come to heaven, 'twill be for his gentle daughter's sake, and never dare misfortune cross her foot, unless she do it under this excuse, that she is issue to a faithless Jew. Come, go with me. Peruse this as thou goest. Fair Jessica shall be my torchbearer. Well,
shalt see. Thine own eye shall be thy judge. The difference of old Shylock and Bassanio. What, Jessica? Thou shalt not gormandize as thou hast done with me. What, Jessica? And sleep and snore and rend apparel out. Why, Jessica, I say?
Why, Jessica?
Who bids thee call? I do not bid thee call.
Your worship was one to tell me I could do nothing without bidding.
Call you? What is your will?
I am bid forth to supper tonight, Jessica. Here is my key. But wherefore should I go? I am not bid for love. They flatter me. Yet I'll go in hate, to feed upon the prodigal Christian. Jessica, my girl, look to my house. I'm right loath to go. There is some ill brewing towards my rest, for I did dream of money bags tonight.
I beseech you, sir, go. My young master doth expect your reproach.
So do I his.
And they have conspired together. I will not say you shall see a mask, but if you do, then it was not for nothing that my nose fell a-bleeding on Black Monday last. At 6 o'clock in the morning. Falling out that year on Ash Wednesday was 4 year in the afternoon.
What? Are there masks? Here you meet Jessica. Lock up my doors, and when you hear the drum and the vile squealing of the wry-necked fife, clamber not you up to the casement's end, nor thrust your head in the public street to gaze on Christian fools with varnished faces. But stop my house's ears. I mean my casements. Let not the sound of shallow foppery enter my sober house. By Jacob's staff, I swear I have no mind to feast forth tonight. But I will go. Go you before me, sirrah. Say I will come.
I will go before. Sir. Mistress, look out this window for all this. There will come a Christian by. Will be worth a Jewess off.
What says that fool of Hagar's offspring?
His words were farewell, mistress, and nothing more.
The patch is kind enough, but a huge feeder. Snail slow in profit, and he sleeps by day more than the wildcat. Drones hive not with me, and therefore I part with him. And part with him to one whom I would have him help to waste his borrowed purse. Well, Jessica, go in. Perhaps I will return immediately. Do as I bid you. Shut doors after you. Fast bind, fast find. A proverb never stale in thrifty mind.
Farewell. And if our fortunes be not crossed, I have a father, but you a daughter lost.
This is the penthouse in which Lorenzo desired us to make stand.
His hour is almost past.
It is a marvel for lovers ever run before the clock.
10 times faster Venus pigeons fly to seal love's bonds new made than they are wont to keep obliging faith unforfeited.
That ever holds. Who riseth from a feast with that same keen appetite with which he does sit down? Where is the horse? That dog will tread again his tedious measure with the same unbated fire with which he did pace them first. All things in life are with more spirit chased than enjoyed. How like a younger or prodigal, the scarfed bark sets forth from her native bay, hugged and embraced by a strumpet wind. How like a prodigal doth he return, with o'er-weathered ribs, ragged sails, lean rent, buried by a strumpet wind.
Here comes Lorenzo. More of this hereafter.
Sweet friends, show patience for my long abode. Not I, but my affairs have made you wait. When you shall please to play the thieves for wives, I'll wait as long for you then. Approach. Here dwells my father Jew. Oh, who's within?
Who are you? Tell me for more certainty. Albeit I swear that I do know your tongue.
Lorenzo and thy love.
Oh, Lorenzo, certain. Then my love indeed. For who love I so much? And now who knows but you, Lorenzo, whether I am yours?
Heaven and thy thoughts are witness that thou art.
Here. Catch this casket. Oh, it is worth the pains. I am glad 'tis night. You do not look on me, for I am much ashamed of my exchange. Though love is blind, and lovers cannot see the follies that they themselves commit. For if they could, Cupid himself would blush to see me thus transformed into a boy.
Descend, for you must be my torchbearer.
What? And hold a candle to my shames? They in themselves, good sooth, are too light. 'Tis an office of discovery, love, and I should be obscured.
So are you, sweet, even in the lovely garnish of a boy. But come at once, for the close night doth play the runaway, and we are stayed for Pisanio's feast.
I will lock up the doors and gild myself with some more ducats and be with you straight.
Now, by my hood, a gentle and no Jew.
Beshrew me, but I love her. For she is wise if I can judge of her. And fair she is, if then mine eyes speak true. And true she is, as she has proved herself. And therefore, like herself, wise, fair, and true, shall she be placed in my constant soul. What, art thou come? On, gentlemen, away! Our masking waits by this time for a stay.
What? Oh? Who's there?
Signor Antonio?
Why, Graziano, where are all the rest? 'Tis 9 o'clock, our friends will wait for you. Oh, no, what is it? No mask tonight. The wind has come about. Pisanio presently will go aboard. 'Tis 9 o'clock.
I'm glad on it. I have no more delight than be under sail and gone tonight.
Go. Draw aside the curtains and dispel these several caskets to this noble prince. Now make your choice.
This first of gold, who this inscription bears, who chooseth me shall gain what many men desire. The second, silver, who this promise carries, who chooseth me shall get as much as he deserves. This third, dull lead, warning all is blunt, who chooseth me must give and hazard all he hath. How shall I know if I do choose the right?
The one of them contains my picture, Prince. If you choose that, then I am yours with all.
Some god direct my judgment. I will survey the inscriptions back again. What says this leaden casket? Who chooseth me must give and hazard all he hath. Must give? For what? For lead? Hazard for lead? This casket threatens. Men that hazard all do it in hope of fair advantages. In a golden mine stoops not to shows of dross. I'll then nor give nor hazard, aught for lead. And what says the silver with her virgin hue? Who chooseth me shall get as much as he deserves. As much as he deserves. Pause there, Morocco, and weigh thy value with an even hand. If thou beest rated by thy estimation, thou dost deserve enough. But yet, enough may not extend so far as to the lady. And yet to be feared of my deserving were but a weak disabling of myself. As much as I deserve. Why, that's the lady. I do in birth deserve her, in fortunes, in graces, and in qualities of breeding. More than these, in love, do I deserve. What if I strayed no further but chose here? Let's see once more the saying graved in gold. Who chooseth me shall gain what many men desire. Why, that's the lady! All the world desires her. From the four corners of the earth they come to kiss the shrine, this mortal, breathing saint. The Hyrcanian deserts and the vasty wilds of wide Arabia are as thoroughfares now for princes to come view fair Portia. The watery kingdom, whose ambitious head spets in the face of heaven, is no bar to stop the foreign spirits. But they come, as o'er a brook, to see fair Portia. One of these three contains her heavenly picture. Is it light that lead contains her? 'Twere damnation to think so base a thought. 'Twere too gross to reverse her cloth in the obscure grave. Or shall I think in silver she's immured, being 10 times undervalued to tried gold? Oh, sinful thought! Never so rich a gem was set in worse than gold. They have in England a coin that bears the figure of an angel, but that's insculpted upon. But here, oh, here, an angel in the golden bed lies all within. Come, deliver me the key, and here do I choose and thrive, I as I may.
Here it is, noble prince, and if my fool lie there, then I am yours.
Oh, hell! What are we here? A carrion death, within whose empty eye there's a written scroll. I'll read the writing. All that glistens is not gold. Often have you heard that told. Many a man his life had sold, but my outside to behold. Gilded tombs do worms enfold. Had you been as wise as bold, young in limbs and judgment old, your answer had not been inscrolled, fare you well, your suit is cold. Cold indeed and labor lost. Farewell, heat, and welcome, frost. Portia, adieu. I have too grieved a heart to take a tedious leave. Thus, losers part.
A gentle riddance. Draw the curtains, go. Let all of his complexion choose me so.
I saw Bassanio understand
pay for this. Narrative. Well remembered. I reasoned with a Frenchman yesterday who told me, in the narrow seas that part the French and English, there miscarried a vessel from our country, richly fraught. I thought upon Antonio when he told me, and wished in silence that it were not his.
You were best to tell Antonio what you hear, yet do not suddenly, for it may grieve him.
Kinder gentleman treads not the earth. I saw Bassanio and Antonio part. Bassanio told him he would make some speed of his return. He answered, "Do not so. Slubber not for my sake, but stay the very ripening of the tide. And of the Jew's bond which he hath with me, let it not enter in your mind of love. Be merry, and employ your chiefest thoughts to courtship, and to such fair ostents of love as may conveniently become you. And even then, his eyes being big with tears, turning his face, he put his hand behind him, and with affection wondrous sensible, he wrung Bassanio's hand, and so they parted.
I think he only loves the world for him. I pray thee, let us go and find him out, and quicken his embraced heaviness with some delight or other."
Do we so?
Quick, quick! Draw the curtain, I pray thee. The Prince of Aragon hath taken his oath, and comes to his election presently. Behold, his dead casket's number 3. If you choose that wherein I am detained, straight shall our nuptial rites be solemnized. But if you fail, without your speech, my lord, you must be gone from hence immediately.
I am enjoined by oath to observe 3 things. First, never, untold to anyone, was the casket true. Next, if I do fail to write casket, never to woo a maiden in way of marriage. And lastly, if I do fail of fortune's choice, immediately to leave you and be gone.
To these injunctions everyone doth swear, that comes to hazard for my worthless self.
Fortune now, to heart's desire. Gold, silver, and base lead. Who chooseth me must give and hazard all he hath. You shall look fair ere I give or hazard. What says the gold chest? Ah, who chooseth me shall gain what many men desire. What many men desire. That many may be meant by the fool's multitude, that judge based on show, not learning more than the fond eye doth teach, which prize not to the interior, but like the martlet builds in the weather on the outward wall, even in the force and road of casualty. I will not choose what many men desire, because I will not rank myself among the barbarous multitude, and jump with the common spirit. Well, how now? Thou silver treasure house, tell me once more what title thou dost bear. me shall get as much as he deserves. And well said, too. For who shall go about to cousin Fortune and be honorable without a stamp of merit? Let none presume to wear an undeserved dignity. Oh, that estates and degrees and offices were not derived corruptly, and that true honor were purchased by the merit of the wearer. How many should be covered that stand bare? And how much true honor picked from the chaff and ruins of our time? And how much that are commanded now would then be commanded? Well, but to my choice. Who chooseth me shall get as much as he deserves. I will assume desert. Give me the key for this. And instantly unlock my fortunes here.
Too long a pause for that which you find there.
Well, what's here? The picture of a blinking idiot. Presenting me a schedule? But I will read it. How unlike thou art to Portia. How unlike thou art to my likings. To my deserving. Who chooseth me shall get as much as he deserves. Did I deserve no better than a fool's head? Are my deserts no better?
To offend and judge are distinct offices and of opposing natures.
What's here? The fire 7 times tried this. 7 times tried, that judgment is. That did never choose amiss. Some there be that shadows kiss, such that have but a shadow's bliss. There be fools alive awis, silvered ore, and so was this. Take what wife you will to bed, I will ever be your head. So be gone. You are sped? Still more the fool I shall appear by the time I leave here. With one fool's head I came to wound. I go away with 2. Sweet to do, I will keep my oath. Patiently to bear my wrath.
So hath the candle singed them off. These deliberate fools, who when they choose have the wisdom by their wit to lose.
The ancient saying is no heresy. Hanging and wiving goes by destiny.
Come, draw the curtain, Nerissa.
Where's my lady?
Here, what would my lord?
There is alighted at your gate a young Venetian that comes before to signify the approaching of his lord, from whom he bringeth sensible regrets, to wit besides commends and courteous breath, a gift of such likelihood as I have not seen, so good of an ambassador of love. A day in April never came so sweet as did that young forspurner come before his lord.
No more, I pray thee. I am half afeard anon that thou wilt say he is some kin to thee. Thou spendest such high day wit in praising him. Come, Nerissa, for I long to see quit Cupid's post that comes so manily.
Bassanio, Lord love if thy will it be.
The barbarous multitudes are now dismissed for a 10-minute bathroom break.
Now, what news on the Rialto?
Why, yet it lives there unchecked, that Antonio hath a ship of rich lading wracked on the narrow seas. Good winds, I think they are called. Very dangerous flat and fatal, where the carcasses of many a tall ship lie buried, so they say. My gossip report be an honest woman of her word.
I would she were as lying a gossiping that has ever napped ginger or made her neighbors believe she wept for the death of a third husband. But it is true, without any slips of prolixity or crossing the plain highway of talk, that the good Antonio, the honest Antonio, oh, that I had a title worthy enough to keep his name company.
Come, the full stop.
What sayest thou? Why, the end is, he hath lost a ship.
Oh, I would it might prove the end of his losses.
Let me say amen betimes, lest the devil cross my prayer, for here he comes in the likeness of a Jew. How now, Shylock? What's news among the merchants?
You knew. None so well as you of my daughter's flight.
Ha! That's certain. I, for my part, knew the tailor made the wings she flew withal.
And Shylock, for his own part, knew the bird was fledged. And then it is the complexion of them all to lead the dam.
She is damned for it.
That's certain, if the devil may be her judge.
My own flesh and blood to rebel.
Out upon it, old carrion. Rebels it at these years?
I say my daughter is my flesh and my blood.
There is more difference between thy blood and hers than between red wine and Rhenish. More between thy flesh than between jet and ivory. But tell us, have you heard whether Antonio have had any loss at sea or no?
Aye. There I have another bad match. A bankrupt. A prodigal. That was used to come so smug upon the mart. A beggar who dare scarce show his face on the Rialto. Let him look to his bond. He was wont to call me usurer. Let him look to his bond. He was wont to lend money for a Christian kersey. Let him look to his bond.
Why, I am sure if he forfeit, thou wilt not take his flesh. What's that good for?
To bait fish withal. If it will feed nothing else, it will feed my revenge! He hath disgraced me and hindered me $500,000. Laughed at my losses, mocked at my gains, scorned my nation, cooled my friends, heated mine enemies. And what's his reason? I am a Jew. Hath not a Jew eyes? Hath not a Jew hands? Organs? Dimensions? Senses? Affections? Passions? Fed with the same food, hurt with the same weapons, subject to the same diseases, healed by the same means, heated and cooled by the same winter and summer as a Christian is?
If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? If you poison us, do we not die? And if you wrong us, shall we not revenge? Aye, if we are like you in the rest, we will resemble you in that. If a Jew wrong a Christian, what is his humility? Revenge. If a Christian wrong a Jew, what should his sufferance be by Christian example? Why? Revenge! The villainy you teach me, I will execute. And it will go hard, but I will better the instruction.
Gentlemen, my master Antonio is at his house and desires to speak with you both.
We have been up and down to seek him. Here comes another member of the tribe. A third cannot be matched unless the devil himself turn Jew.
How now, Tubal? What news from Genoa? Hast thou found my daughter?
I often came where I did hear of her, but cannot find her.
What? There! A diamond gone. Cost me 2,000 ducats in Frankfurt. The curse never fell upon our nation till now. I never felt it till now. 2,000 ducats in that, and other precious jewels. I would my daughter were dead at my foot, and the jewels in her ear. Would she were hearsed at my foot, and the ducats in her coffin. No news of them. Why so? And I know not what's lost in the search. Why now loss upon loss? The thief gone was so much. And so much to find the thief. And no satisfaction. No revenge. Nor no ill luck stirring, but what lights on my shoulders. No sighs but on my breathing. No tears but on my shedding.
Yes, other men have ill luck too. Antonio, as I heard in Genoa.
What? Ill luck!
Hath an argosy cast away in Tripolis.
I thank God. Is it true?
I spoke with some of the sailors that escaped the rack.
I thank thee, good Tubal. Good news. Heard in Genoa.
Your daughter spent, as I heard, one night in Genoa 80 ducats.
Thou stickst a dagger in me. Shall never see my gold again. 80 ducats at a sitting? 80?
There came divers of Antonio's creditors in my company to Venice to swear that he cannot choose but break.
I am very glad of it. I'll plague him. I'll torture him. I am glad of it.
One of them showed me a ring that he had of your daughter for a month.
Ah, on her! Thou torturest me, Tubal! I had it of Leah when I was a bachelor. I would not have given it for a wilderness of monkeys.
But Antonio is certainly undone.
Nay, that's true. That's very true. Go, Tubal. Fee me an officer. Bespeak him a fortnight before. I will have the heart of him if he forfeit. For if he were out of Venice,
I can make what merchandise I will. Go, Tubal, and meet me at our synagogue. Go, good Tubal, at our synagogue, Tubal.
I pray you, tarry. Pause a day or two before you hazard. For in choosing wrong, I lose your company. Therefore, forbear a while. There's something tells me, but it is not love. I would not lose you. And you know yourself, hate counsels not in such equality. But lest you should not understand me well, and yet a maiden hath no tongue but thought, I would detain you here some month or two, before you venture for me. I could teach you how to choose. But then I am forsworn. So will I never be. So may you miss me. But if you do, you'll make me wish a sin, that I had been forsworn. Beshrew your eyes. They have overlooked me and divided me. One half of me is yours, the other half yours. Mine own I would say, but if mine, then yours. And so all yours. These naughty times put bars between the owners and their rights. And so though yours, not yours. Prove it so. Let fortune go to hell for it, not I. I speak too long, but 'tis to appease the time, to eke it, and to draw it out in length, to stay you from election.
Let me choose, for as I am, I live upon the rack.
Upon the rack, Bassanio. Then confess what treason there is mingled with your love.
None, but the ugly treason of mistrust, which makes me fear the enjoying of my love. There may as well be amity twixt snow and fire, as twixt treason and my love.
Aye, but I fear you speak upon the rack, where men enforced do speak anything.
Promise me life, and I'll confess the truth.
Well, confess and live.
Confess and love have been the very sum and subject of my confession. O happy torment, when my torturer doth teach me answers for deliverance. But lead me to my fortune and the caskets.
Away then. I am locked in one of them. If you do love me, you will find me out. Nourisher and the rest stand all aloof. Let music sound while he doth make his choice. Then if he lose, he makes a swan-like end, fading in music. That the comparison may stand more proper, my eyes shall be the stream, and watery deathbed for him. But he may win, and what is music then? Then music is even as the flourish, when true subjects bow to a new crowned monarch. Such it is, as when dulcet sounds in the break of day creep into the dreaming bridegroom's ear and summon his marriage. Now he goes, with no less presence, but with much more love than young Alcides, when he did redeem the virgin tribute paid by howling Troy to the sea monster. I stand for sacrifice. The rest aloof of the Dardanian wives, with blared visages, come forth to view the issue of the exploit. Go, Hercules. Live thou, I live. With much, much more dismay I view the fight, than thou that makest the fray.
so may the outward shows be least themselves. The world is still deceived with ornament. In law, what please so tainted and corrupt, but being seasoned with a gracious voice, obscures the show of evil. In religion, what damned error, but some sober brow will bless it and approve it with a text, hiding the grossness with fair ornament. There is no vice so simple, but assumes some mark of virtue on his outward parts. How many cowards, whose hearts are all as false as stairs of sand, wear yet upon their chins the beards of Hercules and frowning Mars, who inward search have livers white as milk, and these assume but valor's excrement to render them redoubted. Look on beauty, and you shall see 'tis purchased by the weight, which therein works a miracle in nature, rendering them lightest that wear most of it. So are those crisped, snaky golden locks, which make such wanton gambol with the wind, upon supposed fairness, often known to be the dowry of a second head, the skull that bred them in the sepulchre. Thus, ornament is but the guile-led shore to most dangerous sea, the beauteous scarf veiling an Indian beauty. In other words, the seeming truth that cunning times put on to entrap the wisest. Therefore then, thou gaudy gold, hard food providest, I will none of thee. Nor none of thee, thou pale and common drudge between man and man. But thou, O meager lead, which rather threatenest than does promise aught. Thy plainness moves me more than eloquence. And here choose I, joy of the consequence.
How all the other passions fleet to air, as doubtful thoughts and rash embrace despair, and shuddering fear, and green-eyed jealousy. O love, be moderate, allay thy ecstasy. In measure, reign thy joy, scant this excess. I feel too much thy blessing. Make it less, for fear I surfeit.
What find I here? Fair Portia's counterfeit! What demigod hath come so near creation? Move these eyes, or whether riding on the balls of wine seem they in motion. Here are severed lips parted with sugar breath, so sweet a bar should sunder such sweet friends. Here in her hairs the painter plays the spider, and hath woven a golden mesh to entrap the hearts of men faster than gnats and cobwebs. Oh, but her eyes! How could he see to do them? Methinks, having made one, I should have power to steal both his and leave itself unfurnished. Yet, look. So far the substance of my praise doth wrong this shadow in underprizing it. So far this shadow doth live behind the substance. I'll read the scroll, the confident and summary of my fortune. You that choose not by the view, chance as fair and choose as true. Since this fortune falls to you, be content and seek no new. If you be well pleased with this, and hold your fortune for your bliss, turn to where your lady is and claim her with a loving kiss. A gentle scroll. Fair lady, by your leave. I come by note to give and to receive. Like one of two, contending in a prize, who thinks he hath done well in people's eyes, hearing applause and universal shout, giddy in spirit, still gazing in a doubt, whether those peals of praise be his or no. So, Christ fair lady, stand I, even so, as doubtful whether what I see be true, until confirmed, signed, ratified by you.
You see me, Lord Bassanio, where I stand, such as I am. Though for myself alone I would not be ambitious in my wish, to wish myself much better. But for you, I would be trebled 20 times myself, 1,000 times as fair, 10 10,000 times as rich, if only to stand high in your account. I might in virtues, beauties, livings, friends, exceed account. But the full sum of need is sum of something which determined gross. An unlessoned girl, unschooled, unpracticed, happy in this she is not yet so old but she may learn. Happy in this she is not bred so dull but she can learn. Happiest of all is that her gentle spirit commits itself to yours to be directed, as by her lord, her governor, her king. Myself and what is mine to you and yours is now converted. But now I was the master of this fair mansion, lord over my servants, queen o'er myself, and even now. But now this house, these servants, and this same myself are yours. I give them with this ring, which when you part from, lose, or give away, let it presage the ruin of your love, and be my vantage to exclaim on it.
Madam, you have bereft me of all words. Only my blood speaks to you in my veins. And there is such confusion in my powers, as after some oration fairly spoke by a beloved prince, there doth appear among the buzzing, pleased multitude. Where every something, being blent together, turns to a whirl of nothing, save of joy, expressed and not expressed. But when this ring parts from this finger, then parts life from hence. Oh, then be bold to say Bassanio's dead.
My lord and lady, it is now our time that have stood by and seen good fortunes prosper, to cry, good joy, my lord and lady.
My lord Bassanio and gentle lady, I wish you all the joy that you can wish, for I'm sure you can wish none from me. In your honors, I mean to solemnize the barbarian of your faith. I do beseech you, even at that time, I may be married too.
With all my heart, if thou canst get a wife.
I thank your lordship. You have got me one. My eyes can look as swift as yours, my lord. You who saw the mistress, I beheld the maid. You loved, I loved. For to mission, no more pertains to this, my lord, than you. Your fortune stood upon the caskets there, and as did mine as well as the night falls. For, wooing till I sweat again, and swearing till my very roof was dry, with oaths of love, at last, with promise last, I obtained a promise from this fair one, to have her, provided that your lordship's fortune obtained her mistress.
Is it true, Nerissa? Ma'am, it is. So you stand pleased withal.
And do you, Gratiano, mean good faith?
Yes, faith, my lord.
Our feast shall be much honored in your marriage.
We'll play with him. 1,000 ducats for the first boy.
What? And staked down?
Oh, we'll never have that sport and staked out. But who comes here? Lorenzo and his infidel. My good Venetian friend Salanio.
Lorenzo and Salanio, welcome hither, if that the youth of mine of interest here hath power to bid thee welcome. By your leave, I bid my very friends and countrymen, sweet Portia, welcome.
As do I. They entirely welcome.
I thank your honor. For my part, my lord, my purpose was not to have seen you here, but meeting with Salanio by the way, he didn't entreat me past all saying nay to come with him along.
I did, my lord, and I have reason for it. Senior Antonio commends him to you.
Ere I up this letter, I pray you, tell me how my good friend doth.
Not sick, my lord, unless it be in mind, nor well unless in mind. His letter there will show you his estate.
Nerissa, go, cheery on, stranger. Bid her welcome. Your hand, Salanio. What news from Venice? How doth the royal merchant good Antonio? I'm sure you'll be glad of our success. We are the Jasons. We have won the fleece.
I would you had won the fleece that he hath lost.
There are some shrewd contents in yon said paper that steals the color from Bassanio's cheek. Some dear friend dead, else nothing in the world could turn so much the constitution of any constant man. With leave, Bassanio, I am half yourself, and must freely have the half of anything that this same paper brings you.
Sweet Portia, here are a few of the unpleasantest words that ever blotted paper. Gentle lady, when I did first impart my love to you, I freely told you all the wealth I had ran in my veins. I was a gentleman. And then I told you true. And yet, dear lady, rating myself at nothing, you shall see how much I was a braggart. When I told you my state was nothing, I should then have told you that I was worse than nothing. For indeed, I have engaged myself to my dear friend, engaged my friend to his mere enemy to feed my means. Here is a letter, lady. The paper is the body of my friend, and every word in it a gaping wound, issuing life's blood. But is it true, Solanio? Have all his ventures failed? What? Not one hit? From Tripoli, from Mexico, from England, from Lisbon, Barbary, Portugal, and not one vessel escaped the dreadful touch of merchant rocks.
Not one, my lord. Besides, it would appear that if he had the present money to discharge the Jew, he would not take it. Never did I know a creature that did bear the form of man, so keen and greedy to confound a man. He plies the Duke at morning and at night, and doth impeach the freedom of the state if they deny him justice. 20 merchants, the Duke himself, and the magnificos of greatest port have all persuaded with him, but none can drive him from the envious plea of justice, of forfeiture, and his bond.
When I was with him, I heard him swear to Tubal and to Chus, his countrymen, that he would rather have Antonio's flesh than 20 times the value of the sum that he did owe him. And I know, my lord, if law, authority, and power deny not, it will go hard with poor Antonio.
Is it your dear friend that is thus in trouble?
The dearest friend to me, the kindest man, the best conditioned and unwearied spirit in doing courtesies, and one in whom the ancient Roman honor more draws breath than any that now walk in Italy.
What sum owes he the Jew?
For me, 3,000 ducats.
What, no more? Pay him 6,000 and efface the bond. Double 6,000, and then treble that, before a friend of this description shall lose a hair through Bassanio's fault. First, go with me to church and call me wife. Then to Venice and to your friend. For never shall you lie by Portia's side with an unquiet soul. You shall have gold to pay the petty debt 20 times over. When it is paid, bring your true friend along. My maid nourisser and myself will live as maids and widows. But come away, for you shall hence upon your wedding day. Bid your friends welcome, show a merry cheer. Since you are dear bought, I will love you, dear. But let me read the letter.
Sweet Bassanio, my ships have all miscarried. My creditors grow cruel. My estate is very low. My bond to the Jew is forfeit. And since in paying it is impossible I should live, all debts are clear between you and I if I might but see you at my death. Notwithstanding, use your pleasure. If your love do not persuade you to come, let not my letter.
Love, dispatch all business and begone.
Since I have your good leave to go away, I will make haste. But till I come again, no rest shall be interposed betwixt us twain, nor bed be guilty of my stay.
Jailer, look to him. Tell not me of mercy. This is the fool that lent out money gratis. Jailer, look to him.
Shylock, hear me speak.
I'll have my bond. Speak not against my bond. I swear no, that I will have my bond. Thou callest me dog, before thou hadst a cause. But since I am a dog, beware my fangs. The Duke will grant me justice. I do wonder, thou naughty jailer, that thou art so fond to take him abroad at his request.
I pray thee, but hear me speak.
I'll have my bond. I will not hear thee speak. I'll have my bond, and therefore speak no more. I will not be made a soft and dull-eyed fool to shake the head, relent, and sigh, and yield to Christian intercessors. Follow not. I'll have no speaking. I will have my bond.
It is the most impenetrable cur that ever kept with men.
Let him alone. I'll follow him no more with bootless prayer. He seeks my life. His reasons, well I know. Often have I rescued from his forfeitures many who have at time made moan to me. He hates me for it.
I am sure the Duke will never allow this forfeiture to hold.
The Duke cannot deny the course of law. For the commodity which we share with strangers here in Venice, if it be denied, it will much impeach the justice of the state, which the trade and profit of the city consisteth in all nations. Therefore go. These woes and losses have so baited me that tomorrow I shall hardly spare a pound of flesh to my bloody creditor. Well, jailer, on. Pray God Bassanio come to see me pay his debt. And I care not.
Madam, although I speak it in your presence, you have a noble and a true conceit of godlike amity, which appears most strongly in bearing thus the absence of your lord. But if you knew to whom you show such honor, how true a gentleman you send relief, how dear a lover of my lord your husband, I know you would be proud of your worth and customary bounty can enforce you.
I never did repent for doing good, nor shall not now. For in companions that do converse and waste their time together, whose souls do bear an equal yoke of love, there must needs be a like proportion of lineaments, of manners, and of spirit, which makes me think that this Antonio, being the bosom lover of my lord, must needs be like my lord. If this be so, how little is the cost I have bestowed in purchasing the semblance of my soul from out the state of hellish cruelty. But this comes too near the praising of myself, therefore no more of it. Here are the things. Lorenzo, into your hands I do commit the husbandry and manage of my house until my lord's return. For mine own part, I have toward heaven made the secret vow to live in prayer and contemplation, attended only by Nerissa here, until her husband and my lord's return. There is a monastery 2 miles off, and there we will abide. I do desire you not to deny this imposition, the which my love and some necessity now lays on you.
Madam, with all my heart I shall obey you in all fair commands.
My people do already know my mind. They will acknowledge you and Jessica in place of Lord Bassanio and myself. I must be gone, and there indeed take my leave.
Fair thoughts and happy hours attend on you.
I wish your ladyship all heart's content.
I thank you for your wish, and I am well pleased to wish it back on you. Farewell, Jessica. Now, Valentine. As ever I have found an honest truth, so let me find you still. Take this same letter, and use thou all the endeavor of a man in speed to Padua. See thou render this into my cousin's hand, Dr. Hilario, and look what notes and garments he doth give thee. Bring them, I pray thee, with imagined speed to the traject, to the common ferry which trades to Venice. Waste no time in words, but get thee gone. I'll be there before thee.
I govern all convenient, speak.
Come, Nerissa. I have plans in store which you do not yet know of. We'll see our husbands before they think of us.
Shall they see us?
They shall, but in such a habit that they shall think we are accomplished with what we lack. I'll hold thee any wager when we are accoutred as young men. I'll prove the prettier fellow of the two, and wear my dagger with the braver grace, and speak between the change of man and boy with a reed voice, and turn 2 mincing steps into a manly stride, and speak a phrase like a fine bragging youth, and tell quaint lies how honorable ladies sought my love, which I, denying, they fell sick and died. I that I had not killed them. And 20 of these puny lies I'll tell, that men shall swear I have discontinued school about a 12-month. I have within my mind 1,000 raw tricks of these bragging jacks which I will practice.
Shall we become men?
Fie, what a question's that? Thou an e'er lewd interpreter. But come away, for I will tell you all of my whole device when we are at my coach, which stays for us at the park gate. So haste away, for we must measure 20 miles today.
What? Is Antonio here?
Ready, so please your grace.
I am sorry for you. You face a stony adversary. Inhuman wretch, incapable of pity, void and empty from any dram of mercy.
I have heard of the great pains your grace had taken to qualify his rigorous court. Yet, since he stand obdurate, and no course of law can carry me out of his envy's reach, I do oppose my patience to his wrath. And armed with the quietness of spirit, I am weathered to endure the very tyranny and rage of his.
Go one and call the Jew into the court.
He is at the door. He comes, my lord.
Make room. Let him stand before our face. Shiloh, the world thinks, and I think so too, that thou but leads this fashion of thy malice to the last hour of act. And then 'tis thought thou show thy mercy and remorse more strange than is thy strange apparent cruelty. And where thou now exacts the penalty, which is a pound of this poor merchant's flesh, thou wilt not only lose the forfeiture, but touched by human gentleness and love, forgive a moiety of the principal, glancing an eye of pity on his losses, that have of late so huddled on his back, and now to press a royal merchant down, and pluck commiseration of his state from brassy bosoms and rough hearts of flint, from stubborn Turks and Tartars never trained to offices of tender courtesy. We all expect a gentle answer, Jude.
I have possessed your grace of what I purpose. And by our holy Sabbath have I sworn to have the due and forfeit of my bond. If you deny it, let the danger alight upon your charter and your city's freedom. You will ask me why I rather choose to have a weight of carrion flesh than to receive 3,000 ducats. I'll not answer that, but say it is my humor. Is it answered? Suppose my house be troubled by a rat, and I be pleased to give 10,000 ducats to have it banned. Are you answered yet? Some men there are, love not a gaping pig. Some that are mad if they behold a cat. And others, when the bagpipe sings in the nose, cannot contain their urine. For affection masters oft passion, sways it to the mood of what it likes and loathes. Now, for your answer. As there is no firm reason to be rendered, why he cannot abide a gaping pig, why he, a harmless necessary cat, and he a woolen bagpipe, but of force must yield to such inevitable shame as to offend, himself being offended. So I can give no reason, nor I will not, other than a lodged hate and certain loathing I bear Antonio, that I follow thus this losing suit against him. Are you answered?
This is no answer, thou unfeeling man, to excuse the current of thy cruelty.
I am not bound to please thee with my answers.
Do all men kill the things they do not love?
Hates any man the thing he would not kill?
Every offense is not a hate at first.
What? Wouldst thou have a serpent sting thee twice?
Oh, deep thou question with the Jew. Thou may as well stand upon the seashore and bid the main flood bait its usual height. Thou may as well use question with the wolf. Why? Why has he made the ewe bleat for the lamb? Thou may as well forbid the tall mountain pines to make no noise when fretted with gusts of heaven. Thou mayest do anything most hard, but to try and soften what's harder, his Jewish heart. Therefore, make no further offers, use no further means, but with all plain and due conveniency, give me justice and the Jew his will.
For thy 3,000 ducats, here are 6. If every ducat in 6,000 ducats was in 6 parts, and every part a ducat, I would not draw them. I would have my bond.
How shalt thou hope for mercy, rendering none?
What judgment should I dread, doing no wrong? You have among you many a purchased slave, who, like your asses and your dogs and mules, you use in abject and in slavish parts, because you bought them. Shall I say to you, let them be free. Marry them to your heirs. Why sweat they under such heavy burdens? Let their beds be made as soft as yours, and let their palates be seasoned with such viands. You will answer, the slaves are ours. So do I answer you. The pound of flesh, which I demand of him, is dearly bought. 'Tis mine, and I will have it. If you deny me, fie upon your law. There is no force in the decrees of Venice. I stand here for judgment. Answer, shall I have it?
Upon my power, I may dismiss this court, unless Bellario, a learned doctor, whom I have called for to determine this, come here today.
My lord, your stays without a messenger with letters from the doctor. You come from Padua.
Bring us the messages! Call the messenger!
Good cheer, Antonio. What, man? Courage yet. The Jew shall have my flesh, blood, bones and all. And thou shalt shed for me one drop of blood.
Son, I am a tainted wether of the flock, meekest for death. The lowest fruit falls first from the tree, and so let me. Thou could but be better employed, and to live on, write mine epitaph.
Come you from Padua, from Bellario?
From both, my lord. Bellario greets your grace.
Why dost thou whet thy knife so earnestly?
To cut the forfeiture from that bankrupt there.
Not on thy soul, but on thy soul, harsh Jew. Thou makest thy knife keen, but no metal can. No, not the hangman's axe. Bear half the sharpness of thy keen envy. Can no prayers pierce me?
No. None that thou hast wit enough to make.
Oh, be thou damned, inexorable dog! And for thy life, let justice be accused! Thou almost makest me waver in my faith, to hold opinion with Pythagoras, that the souls of animals doth infuse themselves in the trunks of men. For thy cursed spirit once governed a ravenous wolf that hung for human slaughter, from the gallows fled. And whilst thou lay nigh an holy dam, did infuse itself into thee. For thy spirit is ravenous, wolfish, bloody and starved!
Till thou canst rail the seal from off my bond, thou butst offence thy lungs to speak so loud. Repair thy wit, good youth, or it will fall to cureless ruin. I stay here for law.
This letter doth commend a young and learned doctor to our court. Where is he?
He attendeth your hard line to know whether you'll admit it.
With all my heart. Go, give him courteous conduct to his place. Meanwhile, the court shall hear Bellario's letter. Your grace shall understand that at the receipt of this letter, I am very sick. But in the instant that your messenger came, in loving visitation, was with me a young doctor of Rome. His name is Balthazar. I acquainted him with the cause in controversy between the Jew and Antonio the merchant. We turned o'er many books together. He is furnished with my opinion, which bettered with his own learning, the greatness of which I cannot enough commend. Come with him at my importunity to fill up your grace's request in my stead. I beseech you, let his lack of years be no impediment to let him lack a reverend estimation. For I never knew so old a body with so young a head. I leave him to your gracious acceptance, whose trial shall better publish his commendation. And here, I take it, is the learned doctor come. Give me your hand. Come you from old Bellario?
I did, my lord.
You are welcome. Take your place. Are you acquainted with the controversy that holds this present question in the court?
I am informed thoroughly of the cause. Which is the merchant here, and which the Jew?
Antonio and old Shylock, both, stand forward.
Is your name Shylock?
Shylock is my name.
Of a strange nature is the suit you follow, yet in such a rule that the Venetian law cannot impugn you as you do perceive. You stand within his danger, do you not?
So he says.
Do you confess the bond?
I do.
Then the Jew must be merciful.
On what compulsion must I? Tell me that.
The quality of mercy is not strange. It droppeth, as the gentle rain from heaven upon the place beneath. It is twice blessed. It blesseth him that gives, and him that takes. 'Tis mightiest in the mightiest. It becomes the throned monarch better than his crown. His scepter shows the force of temporal power, the attribute to awe and majesty, wherein doth sit the dread and fear of kings. But mercy is above this sceptred sway. It is enthroned in the hearts of kings. It is an attribute to God himself. An earthly power doth then show like as gods, when mercy seasons justice. Therefore, Jew, though justice be thy plea, consider this, that in the course of justice, not one of us should see salvation. We do pray for mercy, and that same prayer doth teach us all to render the deeds of mercy. I have spoken thus much to mitigate the justice of thy plea, which if thou follow, this strict court of Venice must needs give sentence against the merchant there.
My deeds upon my head. I crave the law, the penalty and forfeit of my bond.
Is he not able to discharge the money?
Yes, here I tender it for him in the open court, yet twice the sum. If that will not suffice, I will be bound to pay it 10 times more, on forfeit of my hands, my head, my heart. If this will not suffice, it must appear that malice bears down truth. And I beseech you to do a great right, do a little wrong, and curb this cruel devil, his will.
It must not be. There is no power in Venice can alter a decree established. To be used for a precedent, and many an error by the same example will rush into the state. It cannot be.
A Daniel, come to judgment. Yea, a Daniel. O wise young judge, how I do honor thee.
I pray you, let me look upon the bond.
Oh, here it is, most reverend doctor. Here it is.
have an oath in heaven. Shall I lay perjury to my soul? No, not for Venice.
Why, this bond is forfeit. And lawfully by this the Jew may claim a pound of flesh, to be by him cut off nearest the merchant's heart. Be merciful. Take thrice thy money, bid me tear the bond.
When it is paid, according to the tenor, it doth appear you are a worthy judge. You know the law, your exposition hath been most sound. I charge you, by the law, proceed to judgment. By my soul I swear, there is no power in the tongue of man to alter me. I stay here on my bond.
Beseech your grace, and all the court, give the judgment.
Why, thus it is. You must prepare your bosom for his knife.
Oh, noble judge! Oh, excellent young man!
For the intent and purpose of the law had full relation to the penalty. Where hair appeareth due upon the bond.
'Tis very true. Oh, wise young judge, how much more elder art thou than thy looks? Therefore, lay bare your bosom, nay, the breast. So says the bond, doth it not, noble judge? Nearest his heart. Those are the very words.
It is so. Is there a balance here to weigh the flesh?
I have them ready.
Have by some surgeon Shylock on your charge, to stop his wounds lest he do bleed to death.
Is it so nominated in the bond?
It is not so expressed, but what of that? 'Twere good you do so much for charity.
I cannot find it. 'Tis not in the bond.
You merchant, have you anything to say?
But little. I am armed and well prepared. Bassanio, give me your hand. Mourn you not that I'm come to this for your sake. But herein, fortune does but show herself more kind than she is ought to be. 'Tis still of her use that a wretched man outlive his wealth. To view with wrinkled brow and hollow eye, age of poverty, from which such misery she but cut me off. Commend me to your wife. Tell her the proceeds of Antonio's end. Tell her how I loved you. Speak me fair in death. And when the tale is told, let her be the judge whether Bassanio once had a love.
Antonio, I am married to a wife which is as dear to me as life itself. But life itself, my wife, and all the world are not me esteemed above thy life. I would lose all, I sacrifice them all here to this devil to deliver you.
Your wife would give you little thanks for that. Dare you make the offer?
I have a wife. I confess, I love. I would she were in heaven, that she can treat some power to change this discouraged Jew.
Your wife would give you little thanks for that. That. The wish would make else an unquiet hat.
These are the Christian husbands. I have a daughter. Would she had married any of the stock of Barabbas, then a Christian. We trifle time. I pray you, pursue sentence.
A pound of that same merchant's flesh is thine. The court awards it, and the Lord doth give it.
O upright judge,
And you must cut this flesh from off his breast. The law allows it, and the court awards it.
a learned judge. A sentence. Come, prepare.
The words expressly are a pound of flesh. Take then thy bond, take then thy pound of flesh. But in the cutting of it, if thou dost shed one drop of Christian blood, thy goods and lands are by the law of Venice confiscate unto the state of Venice.
O noble judge, mark a learned judge.
Is that the law?
Thyself shall see the act. For as thou urgest justice, be assured, thou shalt have justice more than thou desirest.
O learned judge, mark you a learned judge!
I take this offer then. Pay the bond thrice and let the Christian go. Here is the money.
Soft. The Jew shall have all justice, soft, no haste. He shall have nothing but the penalty.
Mark you a learned judge, an upright judge!
Therefore prepare thee to cut off the flesh. Shed thou no blood, nor take thou less nor more, but just a pound of flesh. If thou takest more or less than a just pound, be it so much as makes it light or heavy in the substance or division of the 20th part of one poor scruple. Nay, if the scale do turn, but in the estimation of a hair, thou diest, and all thy goods are confiscate.
A Daniel. A second Daniel. Now, infidel, I have your man.
Why dost the Jew pause? Take thy forfeiture.
Give me my principal and let me go. I have it ready for thee. Here it is.
He hath refused it in an open court. He shall have merely justice and his bond.
A Daniel, a second Daniel. I thank thee, Jew, for teaching me that word.
Shall I not have barely my principal?
You shall have only your forfeiture, to be taken at your peril, Jew.
Well, then, the devil give him good of it. I'll stay no longer questioned.
Tarry, Jew. The law hath yet another hold on you. It is enacted in the laws of Venice, if it be proved against an alien, that by direct or indirect attempts he seeks the life of any citizen, the party against the which he doth contrive shall seize one half his goods, the other half shall pass to the privy coffer of the state. And the life of the offender lies in the mercy of the Duke alone, against all other boys. In which predicament I say thou standest. Down, therefore, and beg mercy of the Duke.
Beg that thou mayest have leave to hang thyself! And yet, thy wealth being forfeit to the state, thou hast not left the value of a corn! Therefore, thou must be hung at the state's charge.
That thou may see the difference in our spirit, I pardon thee thy life before the last. For one half thy goods, they are Antonio's. The other half come unto the state, which humbleness may drive into a fine.
Aye, for the state, not for Antonio.
Nay, take my life and all. Pardon not that. You take my house, when you do take the prompt that doth sustain my house. You take my life, when you do take the means whereby I live.
What mercy can you render him, Antonio?
A halter, gratis, and nothing else for God's sake.
Beseech your grace, all the court, to release him from the fine of one half his goods. To have in use until his death to be given to the man, the gentleman, who recently ran off with his daughter. For this gift, two things more. First, that he presently become a Christian. Second, that he here in the court record a deed of gift of all that he has upon his death to his son Lorenzo and to his daughter.
He shall do this, or else I do recant the pardon that I late pronounce it here.
Art thou contented, Jew? What dost thou say?
I am content.
Clerk, draw a deed of gift.
I pray you, give me leave to go from hence. I am not well. Send the deed after me, and I will sign it.
Get thee gone, but do it.
In christening thou shalt have 2 godfathers. If I were judge, thou wouldst have 10 more to lead thee to the gallows, not the font.
And now, good sir, I do entreat you home to dinner.
I humbly do desire your grace of pardon. I must away tonight toward Padua, and it is meet I presently set forth.
I am sorry that your leisure serves you not. Antonio, gratify this gentleman, for in my mind you are much bound to him.
Most worthy gentlemen, I and my friend have by your wisdom this day been acquitted of grievous penalties. In lieu whereof 3,000 ducats due unto the Jew, we freely hope your courteous pains withal.
Forever shall we be in your debt.
He is well paid who is well satisfied, and I, delivering you, am satisfied, and therein do account myself well paid. My mind was never yet more mercenary. I pray you know me when we meet again. I fare you well, and so I take my leave.
Dear sir, of course I must attempt you further. Take some remembrance of us, as a tribute, not as a fee. Grant me 2 things, not to deny me, and to pardon me.
You press me far, and therefore I will yield. Give me your gloves. I'll wear them for your sake. And for your love, I'll have this ring. Do not draw back your hand. I'll take no more, and you in love shall not deny me this.
This ring? Good sir, it is a trifle. I will not shame myself to give you this.
I will have nothing else but only this, and now methinks I have in mind you.
There's more depends on this than on the value. The dearest ring in Venice will I give you, and seek it out by proclamation. Only for this I pray you pardon.
I see, sir. You were liberal in offers. You taught me how to beg, and now methinks you teach me how a beggar should be answered.
Good sir, this ring was given me by my wife. And when she put it on, she made me swear that I would neither give, nor sell, nor lose it.
That excuse serves many men to save their wives, yes. And if your wife be not a mad woman, and know how well I have deserved this ring, she would not hold out anything forever for giving it to me. Well, peace be with you.
Sanio, give him the ring.
Go, Graziano. Run and overtake him. Give him the ring, and bring him, if thou canst, unto Antonio's house. Go, make haste, make haste. Come, Antonio. You and I will dinner presently, and in the morning early will we fly towards Belmont. Come, away.
Inquire the Jew's house out. Give him this deed and have him sign it. We'll away tonight, and be a day before our husband's home. This deed will be well welcome to Lorenzo.
Fair sirs, you are well overtaken. My lord Bassanio, upon more advice, doth send me here with this ring, and doth entreat your company at dinner.
That cannot be. His ring I do accept most thankfully, and so I pray you tell him. Further, I pray you show my youth old Shylock's house.
That I will do.
Sir, I would speak with you. I'll see if I can get my husband's ring, which I did make him swear to keep forever.
Thou mayest, I warrant. We'll have old swearing that they give their rings away to men, but we'll outface them and outswear them too. Oh wait, thou knowest where I retire.
Comfort, sir! Will you show me to his house?
moon shines bright. In such a night as this, when the sweet wind did gently kiss the trees and they did make no noise. In such a night, Troilus, methinks, mounted the Trojan walls and sighed his soul towards the Grecian tents, where Cressid lay.
On such a night did Thisbe fearfully o'ertrip the dew, and saw the lion's shadow ere himself, and ran dismayed away.
On such a night stood Dido, with the willow in her hand upon the wild sea banks, and waft her love come again to Carthage.
On such a night did Medea gather the enchanted herbs that did renew all of Yason.
On such a night did Jessica steal from the wealthy Jew, and with an unthrift love did run from Venice as far as Belmont.
On such a night did young Lorenzo swear he loved her well, stealing her soul with many vows of faith, and ne'er a true one.
On such a night did pretty Jessica, like a little shrew, slander her love. And you forgave her.
I would outknight you did no one come, but hark, I hear the footing of a man.
Who comes so swift in silence of the night?
A friend.
A friend? What friend? Your name, I pray you, friend.
Stefano is my name, and I bring word. My mistress will, before the break of day, be here at Belmont. She doth stray about by holy crosses where she kneels and prays for happy wedlock hours.
Who comes with her?
None, but a holy hermit and her maid. I pray you, is my master yet returned?
He is not, nor we have not yet heard from him. But go in, I pray thee, Jessica, and ceremoniously let us prepare some welcome for the mistress of the house.
Sola! Sola! Well, ha! Oh! Sola! Sola!
Who calls?
Did you see Master Lorenzo? Master Lorenzo! Sola! Sola!
Quit hollowing, man. Here.
Where? Where?
Here.
Bid him there's a post come from my master, with his horn full of good news. My master shall be here ere morning, sweet soul.
Let's in and expect our coming. And yet no matter. Why should we know it?
That light we see is burning in my hall. How far that little candle throws his beams. So shines a good deed in a naughty world.
When the moon shone, we could not see the candle.
So doth the greater glory dim the less. A substitute shines brightly as a king, until a king be by, and then his state empties itself, as doth an inland brook into the main of waters.
That is the voice, or I am much deceived of Portia.
He knows me as the blind man knows the cuckoo, by the bad voice.
Dear lady, welcome home.
We have been praying for our husband's welfare, which speed we hope the better for our words. Are they returned?
Madam, they are not yet, but there has come before a messenger to signify their coming.
Go in, Nerissa. Give order to my servants that they take no note at all of our being absent hence. Jessica, nor you, Lorenzo, nor you.
Madam, your husband is at hand. I hear his trumpet. We are no telltales. Fear you not.
This night, methinks, is but the daylight sick. It looks a little paler. 'Tis a day such as the days when the sun is hid.
We should hold day with the Antipodes, if you would walk in absence of the sun.
Let me give light, but let me not be light. For a light wife doth make a heavy husband, and never be the Sarnio so for me. But God saw to all. You are welcome home, my lord.
I thank you, madam. Give welcome to my friend. This is Antonio, the man to whom I am so infinitely bound.
You should be bound much to him, for as I hear, he was bound to you.
None more than I'm well acquitted of.
You are very welcome, sir. It must appear in other ways than words, therefore I scant his breathing courtesy.
By yonder moon, I swear you do me wrong. I gave it to a judge's clerk. What do you guilt for my part? That you do take so much at heart.
A quarrel, ho, already. What's the matter?
Not a heap of gold. behold the paltry ring that she did give me, whose posy was to all the world like Cutler's poetry upon a knife. Love me and leave me not.
What taught you of the posy or the value? You swore to me when I would give it to you that you would wear it to your hour of death, and that it should lie with you in your grave. But not for me, but for your vehement oaths, you should have been respective and kept it. Gave it to judge's clerk. No, God's my judge. The clerk will ne'er wear hair on his face that had it.
He will, then if he live to be a man.
Aye, if a woman lived to be a man.
By this hand, I swear, I gave it to a youth. A tiny boy, a little scrubbed boy. So I with myself. A judge's clerk, a prating boy, that to beg it as a fee. I could not from my heart deny him.
If you were to blame, I must be plain with you. To part so slightly with your wife's first gift? A thing stuck on with oaths upon your fingers, and so riveted with faith unto your flesh. I gave my love a ring. And made him swear never to part from it. And here he stands. I dare be sworn before him that he would not lose it, nor pluck it from his finger. Well, in faith, Graziano, you give your wife too unkind a cause of grief, and what to me, I should be mad at it.
Why, I were best to cut my left hand off and swear I lost the ring defending it.
My lord Bassanio, get his ring away! But the judge, about it, and deserved it too. And when the boy is clerk, who took some pains in writing, begged mine, neither man nor master would take aught but the 2 rings.
What ring gave you, my lord? Not that I hope which you had of me.
If I could add a lie unto a fault, I would deny it. But you see, my finger hath not the ring upon it. It is gone.
Even so void is your false heart of truth. By heaven, I will ne'er come in your bed until I see the ring.
Nor I yours, till I again see mine.
Sweet Portia, if you did know to whom I gave the ring, if you did know for whom I gave the ring, and would conceive for what I gave the ring, and how unwillingly I gave the ring would not be accepted, but the ring, you would abate the strength of your displeasure.
If you had known the virtue of the ring, or half her worthiness that gave you the ring, or your own honor to contain the ring, you would not then have parted with the ring. What man is there so much unreasonable, if you had pleased to defend it with any terms of zeal, would have wanted the modesty to urge the thing held as a ceremony? Nerissa teaches me what to believe. I'll die for it, but some woman hath the ring.
No, by my honor, madam, by my soul, no woman hath. But a civil doctor, which didst refuse 3,000 ducats of me, and begged the ring, the which I did deny him, and suffered him to go displeased away, even he that had held up the very life of my dear friend. What should I say, sweet lady? I was enforced to send it after me. I was beset with shame and courtesy. My honor would not let ingratitude so much be smeared. Pardon me, gentle lady, but by these blessed candles of the night, had you been there, I think you would have begged the ring of me to give the worthy doctor.
Let not that doctor come near my house. Since he had got the jewel that I did love, and that which you did swear to keep for me, I will become as liberal as you. I'll not deny him anything I have. No, not my body, nor my husband's bed. No, I shall, I am sure of it. Lie not a night from home. Watch me like Argus. If you do not, if I be left alone, then by mine honor, which is yet mine own, I'll have that doctor for my bedfellow.
And I, his clerk, therefore be well advised how you leave me to mine own protection.
Well, do you so? Let not me find in bed, for if I do, a bar the young heart's pen.
I am the unhappy subject of this chorus.
Sir, grieve you not. You are welcome notwithstanding.
Portia, forgive me this enforced wrong, and in the hearing of these many friends, I swear to thee, even by thine own two eyes, wherein I see myself.
Mark you but that. In both my eyes he doubly sees himself, in each eye one. Swear by your double self, and there's an oath of credit.
Nay, but hear me. Pardon this fault, and by my soul I swear I never more shall break an oath with thee.
My lady, I once did lend my body for his wealth, which, had it not been for the man who now bears your husband's ring, had quite miscarried. Albeit, my soul upon the forfeit, I'll be bound again. Your husband shall nevermore break faith advisedly again.
Then you shall be his surety. Give him this, and bid him keep it better than the other.
Bassanio, swear you to keep this ring.
By heaven! It is the same I gave the doctor.
I had it of him. Pardon me, Bassanio, for by this ring the doctor lay with me.
And pardon me, my gentle Graziano. But that same scrubbed boy, in lieu of this, last night did slide with me.
Why, this is like a mending of highways in summertime. Well, the ways are fair enough. What? Are we cuckolds? Have we deserved it?
Speak not so grossly. You are all amazed. Here is a letter. Read it at your leisure. It comes from Padua, from Bellario. There you shall find that Portia was the doctor, Nerissa there her clerk. Lorenzo here shall witness that I set forth as soon as you, and have but now returned. I have not yet entered mine house. Antonio, I have better news for you than you expect. Unseal this letter soon. There you shall find that 3 of your argosies are richly come to harbor suddenly. You shall not know by what strange accident I chanced on this letter.
I am dumb.
Were you the doctor? And I knew you not.
Were you the clerk that was to make me cuckold?
Aye, but the clerk that never means to do it, unless a woman lives to be a man.
Sweet doctor, you shall be my bedfellow.
Lady,
When I am absent, then lie with my wife.
sweet lady, you have given me life and living. For herein I read that my ships are come safely on the road.
Lorenzo, my clerk has some good comforts too for you.
Aye, and I'll give them him without a fee. There do I give you, and Jessica, from the rich Jew, a special deed of gift. When he dies, of all he dies possessed of.
Fair ladies, you drop manna in the way of starving people.
It is almost morning, and yet I am sure you are not satisfied of these events of folk. Let us go in, and charge us there upon interrogatories, and we will answer all things faithfully.
Let it be so. The first interrogatory that my Nerissa shall be sworn on is whether to the next night she had rather stay or go to bed now, being 2 hours today. But should the day come, I would wish it dark, till I were couching with the doctor's coin. Well, while I live, I'll fear no other thing. So sore as keeping safe Larissa's ring.